want some peanuts?
No,
Do you eat
thank you.
peanuts?
Remember last time?
What about 1941?
Well, weren't you working around here at a gas station when you heard about Pearl Harbor?
Oh yeah, I was working right at Addison and Racine. It was a Sunday morning, and I was working for the gas station owner who, it was a Jewish holiday. You know, and he was off December 7th, and a bunch of the guys were in the gas station kibitzing, because I probably started at 7 in the morning. And then around noon, we heard over the radio, you know, Pearl Harbor had been bombed. Let's see if they need any help up there. They got it. So, and the gas station's still there. I was 17.
Did you have the urge to enlist or no?
No, I wasn't a hero. I graduated from grammar school that June. I mean, from high school.
And you went to?
And then I went to Armour for 10 weeks it was, I think, during the summer. And then I was working just like on just odd-time jobs. And then in May of '42, I got with the telephone company. But from June to like September, I was going to that school, and I still had the newsstand. And then from September to the following May, I worked at different jobs. And then May I went to work for a telephone company, and I worked there for like 7, 8 months before I went in the Navy. I worked in the mail room, right?
Sir, did you come up to the mail? All right, no problem.
Hey, Dad, can you explain what YumYum, what this used to be? This parking lot?
Oh, this used to be Collins and Weiss coal yard. There was big silos here and all the railroad tracks there. And we played ball right over there. And there's where I used to live, where it says, "What's next?" Up there, yellow.
Right. Which floor?
We lived on the first floor, and then we moved up to the second floor.
You what, Dad?
We lived on the first floor, and then we moved up to the second floor.
And that was
we lived there 6 years.
And that was the place you lived when he hit the home run?
Yeah, and I was running across Waveland Avenue when Hartnett hit the home run. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That was a coal yard too, and they knocked the coal yard down. This parking lot right here. That gas station's been there all the time. I used to be a wash rack over there, and I'd go in and help the guy wash the car.
Was that Joe?
A black guy that I used to like.
Yeah.
Even then.
Okay.
And home plate used to be out by the telephone pole, and I had to play right field, right out here on the streetcar tracks.
Okay.
Okay. See, you're not going to follow me all the way over, are you?
If you let me, I would, but if you won't, I won't. Hey, Dad, how are you doing on?
Oh, you ready? Yeah. Okay, over there, that big yellow sign is where I used to live. We lived on the first floor for 2 years, and then on the second floor for 4 years. And we used to play ball right in this cinder lot right here. And I used to go over, there was a wash rack even then in 1935, and that for cars. And the home base was back over by those telephone poles there, and I used to play right field, right out here in the middle of Clark Street. And this was a coal yard, that was a coal yard, and we used to play ball on the street. Yeah, how you doing, Melvin? And we used to play ball in the street and hit the ball this way, and Collins and Weiss' office was right here, and we'd always be bouncing the ball off of their plate glass window. It was just a little office, like as big as a garage is all. Collins and Weiss was the name of the coal company. Collins and Weiss Coal. And they had big silos here. And that was a mobile station, or even in those days, that many years ago. And we put a backboard up on that telephone pole over there, and we used to play till 10 o'clock at night shooting baskets out there. The one, yeah, on the other side, like in front of the U-Haul over there. Yeah, around here is the only place, and I was crossing Waveland Avenue over there, when Harton had hit his home run against the Pirates to win the pennant in, I think it was either 35 or 38. I can't remember which.
And you used to sneak in here after.
I never snuck in the ballpark. You used to be able to get in. If people left in those days, they could give you their stub and you could get back in the ballpark. You know, but now you can't do that anymore. They won't let you back in. And they got to sign, you know. So anyway, that's it. This is Clark Street, and this is where we played ball in this lot. Over there, I used to play till 10 o'clock at night.
And you used to park cars around here?
Park in the back of the house over there, 10 cars,
And what happened?
25 cents a piece. We'd lock them up, and then we'd put one car across the back so nobody could get out until everybody came, or until that one guy came. But
And that was when you got arrested?
yeah, I'd be out. You're not supposed to be in the street waving cars in, and I was. And then this cop, his name was Lynch. I'll never forget him. He called a paddy wagon and had me hauled in. I had to come to town hall and get me out. And she was reading the riot act to the whole police department over at town hall. Okay, and that's about it. I got to.
How about delivering? I got to get you talking about.
Right there is the office. It's the office for the vendors now. Deliver a newspaper to Bobby Dorr, who was the groundskeeper for the Wrigley Field. It's now an office, but it was his apartment then. He lived there every day. I delivered the Chicago American to him right here on this porch.
That was before the Daily News, huh?
No, the Daily News was out then, and the Daily Times too. There was 3 papers, 3 evening papers. The only morning paper then was the Tribune. And now it's the offices for the vending people that have the concessions here at Wrigley Field.
Did you ever know the guys at the fire station?
No, but Gallagher, the guy that played ball with, lived in the 3rd floor over there.
Did you ever watch the games from his house?
No, I never did go up there, but a lot of guys did. And Ed Gurney, I don't know if you ever heard me mention Ed Gurney, but he used to go up on the roof and spot for the Bears when they played here. So, okay, that's it.